I think when Daniel was born, Lance was, I think it was kind of scary at 20 years old to have a baby. That's one of the reasons he wanted to go into the Army.
We're proud of him for taking that responsibility and wanting to do that. I was very proud of him. And he was a very good soldier.
When he came back, right away you could see a sadness in his eyes, something different.
He had changed. It just, his personality was different. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I just know that was not my son that came back from Iraq.
He would always go, I feel like I have a hole, a big hole here, and I can't feel it.
He was going uptown with me one day. There had been a dog run over in the road, and it was fairly messy, and I drove around it to not make any more mess, and I noticed he just instantly broke down. And so I pulled over and I said, "Are you all right?" He said, "I'm fine," but he said, "I had to run over people in Iraq because we couldn't go around them. We tried to go around them one time, they had put them in the road, and when we tried to go around, we were ambushed." So he said, it's not fun, it's not a good thing to run over bodies. But that incident that day really bothered him. We went to the Army hospital at Fort Sill with Lance. The doctor there, he told us that he had the worst case of PTSD he had ever seen. I did not know what PTSD was. I was not familiar with it.
It took a lot for him when he actually realized he had a problem to go to someone and say, "I have a problem." And when he did that, he was told to go back to his barracks, that he did not have a problem.
He went AWOL.
So
shortly after that,
he started coming home. So Lance came home on that Thursday feeling like he had disappointed us and disappointed everybody and let everybody down, including himself. And not only that, they put him out with a prescription to hydrocodone, which was in his records that he should not have. That day was really hard for Lance. And we talked a lot. I sat and held him in my arms and rocked him just back and forth.
He died of an overdose.
It was ruled an accidental overdose of hydrocodone and also a toxic effect of hydrocodone and another medication. Daniel was here before Lance died. He was living here. His mother had passed away when he was 3. So Lance was his only living parent. There was never a question about it that we would raise him, and he's our 3rd child, and I think Lance would like that. I think he's right where Lance would want him to be. God knew what we needed, and he gave him to us. He looks just like Lance did. He acts like Lance. He's got the same mannerisms. So it's almost like seeing, Lance grow up.
It's like seeing twins over 20 years apart. He's a very patriotic young man. And of course that's the way his father was. He was that way. It's a very terrible thing to go through. To just watch this playing out and developing and happening.
But never give up on them.
Never give up, ever. They've done a great service for our country. Let's stand behind them and back them, no matter what it takes. Let's don't give up on them.